Hi, this is Zach with Ready to Fund Home Loans, and today we're going to be talking about how to find the lowest rate lender. So the important thing to know is that most people, the statistic is 72% of home buyers don't shop around. So that is costing them thousands of dollars. So the number one thing I can tell everybody that they really absolutely need to do to find the lowest rate lender is to shop around, put in the time. So what that usually means is that you should go to 2 or 3 different lenders and be prepared to ask them certain things. Now they're going to want to know certain things about you. So any lender should be able to give you a quote based on a few key points of data that you can supply. So number one, you need to tell them what your credit score is. If you don't know what your credit score is, we'll talk about that on another video. So know your credit score and be prepared to share that with the lender. Number two is let them know what your annual salary is. Now they're going to, you could just tell them, hey, look, assume I qualify, but this is how much I make. Number three is you need to be prepared to tell them what your monthly liabilities are. So this way, the reason I'm telling you all these things is so that they don't have to actually pull credit on you, because you don't want to have a lot of lenders pull credit, have your personal information. So if you supply this information, they should be able to give you a bona fide quote verbally over the phone. It's non-binding, you haven't applied with them, but they should be able to give you an accurate quote without going through the hoops of applying online. The other thing you need to be prepared to let them know is how much you plan to put down on the home. So there are different loan programs based on your down payment. A conventional loan program typically requires a minimum of 3% down, which is based on your income. That's why you need to let them know what your annual salary is, because if you make too much, you won't be able to do a 3% down loan on a conventional home loan. You'll have to go with an FHA loan or put at least 5% down. So you need to let them know how much you have saved up for a down payment. So with that information, now you're equipped to shop around. So the other important thing to understand is you're going to have some uncomfortable conversations with who you talk to. So the deal that you're going to get, because again, you're trying to find the lowest rate lender. You want to save money on your home loan. So the deal you're going to get is all tied to how much commission the loan officer makes and what the company margin is. Okay, I'm going to explain those two things. So when you talk to a lender, you can just ask them, the loan officer you're dealing with, you can say, what is your commission rate? What is your compensation plan? That's a better way to ask it, because every lender now has to have a written compensation plan with their employees. That compensation plan is usually expressed as basis points, which means bips. Now that might not mean anything to you, but just understand that a typical commission plan for a lot of lenders when they hire a loan officer is going to be somewhere between 75 and 150 basis points. What that means is you need to understand that the person you're dealing with is going to make 0.75 or 1.5% of your loan. Let's give you an example. So let's say you have a $300,000 loan, okay? So that means your loan officer, if he has a 75 basis points or 150 basis points compensation plan, he personally is going to earn $2,250 to $4,500. Okay, so he's going to earn somewhere between $2,250 and $4,500 based on a $300,000 loan. If it's a $100,000 loan, he's going to make $750 to $1,500. So the reason you want to ask that is you can kind of ascertain, okay, am I dealing with a high-cost lender or a low-cost lender? All right, so that's one question you need to ask. The second question you need to ask that loan officer is say, okay, now that we've established what you're earning on this loan, what is your company margin? How much is your company trying to make on this loan? So a lot of companies, again, they have a company margin expressed as basis points. And basically, most companies, they're looking to earn somewhere between 150 and 250 basis points. That's going to be 1.5% to 2.5%. Okay? So using our scenario before, as you can see, on the low end, okay, a lot of what they call discount lenders are looking to make somewhere between 225 basis points or 2.25% to somewhere up to 4% or 400 basis points. Okay? So if that sounds like a lot of commission, it's because it is. But that's how the industry works. And you need to understand that not every lender is trying to make this much on your home loan. So after you've had that uncomfortable conversation, you need to call 2 to 3 different lenders to repeat that a few more times to find somebody who's going to, offer you a better deal. Okay, so that's the traditional way to finding the lowest rate lender. There's a better way to do it, And the better way to do it is simply to go to readytofund.com. At Ready to Fund Home Loans, we are a low-cost leader. So this ties into the rate of the lender because they need to quote you a rate that's going to allow them to earn all this revenue on the loan. So basically, what you could ask for at this point is to say, okay, give me a quote. Now that I understand your commission structure and your company margin, give me a quote based on no closing costs to me. I don't want to pay any closing costs, so give me a quote based on that. They will quote you a rate. So let's say they're going to quote you somewhere around, let's just use easy math. Let's say it's 4%, okay? When they quote you 4%, they should be able to say 4% is your no cost rate. All the company profit is built into that. So you typically have to pay your, escrows, your taxes, your insurance, your interest, but all of the fees associated with the loan are covered by the rate that they've just quoted you. So now you're equipped to go shop around. Now you can say, okay, you've got a bona fide quote from one lender. They're quoting your particular rate with no closing costs. And you can ask them, okay, well, give me a lower rate option with closing costs. And so with that information, you're now equipped to go shop with somebody else. So if that sounds kind of daunting, it is. It's tough to call people up. A lot of times lenders won't even give you a quote unless you apply online. They'll say, oh, legally, I cannot give you a quote unless you give me your complete application. If that sounds ridiculous to you, that they can't give you a quote unless you apply online, it is. You just need to know that there's a better way. So fortunately for you, there is a better way. So what we've done at readytofund.com, we are a mortgage broker. What a mortgage broker means is that we can work with any lender across the country, and we do. We have dozens of lenders that we work with, and we make those lenders compete for your business. To make it easy for you, we have what's called a pricing engine on our website. In a few clicks, you can go onto our website, you can enter the loan scenario, and you can receive a bona fide quote. So you do not have to go shop around. Let us shop around for you on our website. You don't have to ask the commission rate because, let me make this easy for you. Our commission rate's 0. We don't have commission-based loan agents. We have salary-based agents who are on staff. They do not work off of a commission. I'll tell you our company margin is 1.25%. So who pays that to us? The lenders pay us. You do not pay that to us. So I'm highlighting that because you need to understand that if somebody else is trying to make 3 to 4% on your loan and our entire company profit margin is built on 1.25%, you're going to get a much better deal. So when you go to readytofund.com, you can go to our pricing engine, you can enter your information, you'll be given a quote for several different rates, and you'll see exactly what your rate would be for a no-cost loan with us. That is the number one way to find the lowest rate lender. Thanks for watching. This is Zach with Ready to Fund Home Loans, and we'll have some additional details on the next video.